Alrighty trainers, this is TaeganAdventures. You're watching Raid Royale, all about raid bosses in Pokemon Go. This video is part 3 of a 3-part series about the forces of nature, Thundurus, Tornadus, and Landorus. In the past 2 episodes, we've already talked about Tornadus and Thundurus. This video will be focused on Landorus, how you can beat Landorus in Pokemon Go, as well as the best strategy to defeat a Landorus in Tier 5 raids. So without further ado, let's talk about Landorus's stats and move pool. So like the other forces of nature, Tornadus and Thundurus, Landorus actually has 2 different forms. The Incarnate form, which is better defense and slightly worse attack, and the Therian form, which has much higher attack than the Incarnate form. Now, the Incarnate form is... Landorus is a ground and flying type, so it does have a lot of ground type moves to back it up here. Mudshot as its fast move, and Earth Power as its charge move here. In terms of its ground type moves, for coverage it has Rock Throw for its fast move, and Outrage, Rock Slide, and Focus Blast for its charge moves. The Therian form, like I just said, has a higher attack stat and lower defense stat than the Incarnate form, but like we've seen with Tornadus and Thundurus, its move pool will likely be different. We don't know how different it will be as of yet, but according to what we've seen with Tornadus and Thundurus, Landorus-Therian will have a slightly different move pool compared to Landorus Incarnate. Landorus is weak to water-type moves and ice-type moves, so definitely bring plenty of water types to take advantage of stab from your water-type moves. Well, ice types are a bit risky here because Landorus does have a few super effective moves to hit ice types with, namely Rock Throw, Rock Slide, and Focus Blast, so definitely use your ice types with caution here on a Landorus raid. So for the water types, the best one out of all of them would be Mega Gyarados. Now, Mega Gyarados is, of course, a Mega Evolution, so you can only have one of it on your team. And as you can see, Mega Gyarados has a very high attack stat and very, very good TDO here. Decent DPS, and with a moveset of Waterfall and Hydro Pump, it is definitely one of the top contenders in the water type department. Comparing that to just regular non-Mega Gyarados, you can definitely see the drop in DPS here. If you have multiple Gyarados on your team, it's definitely preferable to Mega Evolve one of them, preferably with a moveset of Waterfall and Hydro Pump here, but if you have more than one Gyarados in your team, I mean, it's no big deal. You can still use regular Gyarados in your team, just that its DPS will be reduced compared to Mega Gyarados. Alternatively, you can consider using a Mega Blastoise in your team if you want a Mega, but don't have enough Mega Energy to Mega Evolve your Gyarados. Mega Blastoise would be a Pokemon to consider as your Mega Pokemon to bring in on Landorus raids. Mega Blastoise is a tankier version of Mega Gyarados here. It has very similar TDO and DPS here, a very decent attack and defense stat, making it a viable counter for a Landorus raid. And last but not least, we have Swampert here. Now, I'm aware Swampert does have a Mega Evolution, but Mega Swampert has not been released in Pokemon Go yet. If it were, I would have included Mega Swampert on this list, but for now, regular Swampert with Waterfall and Hydro Cannon. Now for your ice types, Mamoswine is definitely the best one when it comes to DPS here, with Power Snow and Avalanche and a massive attack stat, not to mention Landorus's big fat weakness to ice type attacks. Yeah, Mamoswine is definitely gonna do a ton. It's gonna hit really, really hard here with the double ice type moves. But if you're considering other choices as well, Weavile is definitely a close second with that massive attack stat. However, you want to use Weavile with caution here because it's pretty much a glass cannon. Any super effective moves will just wipe it out instantly. Glaceon, definitely up there with Mamoswine. Very good DPS, slightly lacking in the TDO, but it is still usable in a Landorus raid. Galarian Darmanitan, another glass cannon, definitely better than Weavile. And of course, we have another Mega Evolution option here, and this is by far the best Mega Evolution here of all the Mega Evolutions used to counter a Landorus. Mega Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow doesn't have the best of attack stats, but it has really good TDO here. It's decently bulky and can take advantage of Ice-type Weather Ball, which is a stab move that does 4 times super effective on Landorus, so definitely use Mega Abomasnow to its fullest potential here. Honorable mentions go to Mewtwo and Kyurem. They're legendary Pokemon, so naturally they'll do very well against a raid boss like Landorus. Unfortunately, Kyurem terms, DPS is on the low side here. It doesn't have an Ice-type fast move, so its TDO and DPS will be a bit lower compared to, say, a Mamoswine or a Mega Abomasnow, or even Mewtwo for that matter. Now, for the 100% IV CPs, the Incarnate form has a 100% IV CP of 2050 for a non-weather boosted raid, and 2563 for a weather boosted raid, which is in sunny or windy weather. The Therian form has a maximum CP of 2241 for a non-weather boosted raid, and 2801 for a weather boosted raid. Ideally, you need about 3 to 5 trainers level 35 or higher for a Landorus raid. Both the Incarnate and Therian forms are easily defeatable by about 4 players level 35 and above. But of course, if you're underleveled or don't have the right Pokemon, or your counters aren't powered up enough to a high enough level, you can of course jump in on a raid lobby with at least 3 high level trainers, level 35 or higher, use a remote raid pass if you have to, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing, use a remote raid pass if you have to, if you're stuck at home, or if you're stuck in quarantine because of the craziness happening around the world. But in any case, stay safe, stay protected, and yeah, you'll be all set. So hopefully this video was helpful to some of you. For those of you who already raided Landorus Incarnate in March, this video is probably just a refresher, but for the new folks out there who, you know, perhaps joined Pokemon Go for the first time, or don't know anything about Landorus, or, you know, haven't raided Landorus Incarnate earlier this year, hopefully you found this video helpful for those of you new players. So anyway, this has been Rage Royale. I'm TaeganAdventures, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Peace out.